opportunity as well to see, what teams want to do and what their kind of theory is behind it.
Absolutely. It does look like we are finally getting into our first matchup between Spires and Titanium. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your pants, buckle up those belts, because it's about to be a wild ride as we get into Playday number 1 of CCS R6W, and we'll get straight into the bans. And I am 0% surprised we're seeing a Thatcher ban here on Clubhouse.
Yeah, Thatcher ban definitely very popular on Clubhouse, especially like in dealing with the Cade. I definitely wouldn't be too surprised to see a Cade ban do go through. Spies are going to be with their second attacker ban. It's going to be in Montaigne. That's kind of interesting, but it's not uncommon on Clubhouse, especially for that kind of garage push or down blue push. He can be pretty annoying to deal with, especially if you don't play shields yourself.
Absolutely. Maybe that's something that they have analyzed the other team, possibly using before. Even if it is in a ranked setting, if someone is comfortable as a shield player, then obviously that's something you might be frightened of, especially if you don't know how to combat a shield. That can be a really detrimental and oppressive operator to deal with. And if they do plan on going upstairs, for example, having a Monty push in the garage with only really a Legion and a couple other counters to that is not enough oftentimes. And it often allows garage control really quickly. And that's maybe something they're hoping to stop. So Mirror ban, Echo ban on top of that. Not too surprised about that one, but here we go. And it looks like we will have downstairs the first sight from Titanium.
We'll see the lineups are going to be coming out. We do see the Maestro. It's kind of interesting that we didn't see a Cade ban. Because we did see a Thatcher ban. That Cade is definitely going to be very, very dangerous down here. Assuming he is going to get 6 picked here right now. I don't really I get that they want to use the 6 pick here onto a Cade, and I think that is good to kind of hide it. I think this is more about showing a Valkyrie and getting the other team to worry about the Valkyrie rather than it is about hiding the Cade, because hiding the Cade is okay, there's no Thatcher, and you already know they're going to bring a Maverick every round, so yeah. But we do see all 3 hard breaches being brought. I don't think that's too uncommon for Clubhouse, especially with the Thatcher ban. Because I think Clubhouse is really one of those maps where it's about getting everything open. Those are your main objectives: opening walls, opening hatches, just getting stuff open. And that's, I feel like when you tend to see a hard breacher ban, it goes way more into the favor of defense.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what used to happen quite frequently when we had Maverick come into the pool of operators, and people like, whoa, now we got to get rid of a hard breacher. But to have them all run on this one, I think that's going to be really favoring the attackers quite consistently, because, okay, you can 6-pick that Kaid, but with Thatcher being banned anyway, you expect that kind of play. So for them to have this lineup with the 3 hard bridges, that might be good, especially if you do see Titanium have, a pick, an early pick onto one of the really important operators. That could be super detrimental, but Novo here is going to open Dirt Tunnel as would be expected for a Thermite. And it does look like they might want to try and take some of the stock control and garage control and move their way across.
Yeah, they are going to open up Dirt and see exactly what they can do with that. Lots of drones coming out from their side, as we'll see them take over quick control over the map. Titanium still holding down strong, however, as Alice is going to make her way in through onto stock and into lounge. Maverick just clearing out everything as it seems. But having a Jackal on the board also gives you that advantage of being able to very quickly roam clear all of this. And I'm interested to see where the Maverick is going to be playing. I'm hoping that the Maverick is going to open up Moto Hatch first, maybe open up Blue as well. I think the fact that how many hard breaches that they've brought seems to indicate to me that you really just want to get absolutely everything open.
Yeah, and I do imagine if they do manage to get all of the hatches open and even possibly start applying some of that hard breacher pressure on Church Wall as well, if they do a Church push through Moto, that could be a really powerful and oppressive way to push onto the side. We've almost got half of the round sort of elapsed so far, and Titanium are hard anchoring this one. They're just waiting for them to make their way onto site, and you can see Maverick here is finally starting to open, and it looks like Lullaby might want to pressure this one, and this could be really detrimental if they take this pick. And look at this.
Yeah, Lullaby does actually have a C4 here, so if this hatch just get opened up, she could play very aggressively around Alice, slowly getting everything open here. Just trying to get that Moto hatch open, but the hatches will indeed successfully get open, but it's going to be the first kill of the round, going into the favor of Pascal there. She's going to be able to get a nice entry from her. That's a Nitro off the board as well. And she does have control of the bottom main stairs. That's cutting off one of the rotate possibilities, as Novo should be able to get the kitchen hatch open. Impatrick has gone out unsuccessfully so far, though. Her Barnage charges have been caught, but not all of them. Hopefully Nova should be able to get this opened up. Oh, but it's going to be Tri-Baton who gets a second kill on the round. Legion and Mute both off the board. Titanium looking good here, but they are going to start to strike back with one. But Pascal, all the way from main stairs, is going to find another. It's now a 2v3. Lullaby just holding it down with a double kill onto Moto. Lullaby holding it down, but Pascal trading it out. That's a 3k for Pascal in the round. It's all down to Lullaby to try and hold down Church and stop this attack. Slow crossfire being set up here. Nova pushing onto the main hole. Lullaby still holding onto it. It's going to get lit up a little bit. They know where she is. She's going to try and deny the plant, but it's going to be Pascal who does get the final kill of the round. Spies with a great entry there. Really lots of work being done by Pascal on the entry.
My goodness, you know what I loved about the end of that round was that they were able to come in simultaneously at the exact same time and ensure that they had a crossfire so that even if one of them was killed, the refrag was almost guaranteed. And that's some high level thinking of that attack there. So one pushing down hallway and another pushing through Moto door. That was a really great push there at the end because Lullaby was putting in some work, and had she have seen them one by one, she might have been able to clutch that one out for a team. But that round does definitely go to the side of Spies, and they had great picks there from Pascal from the bottom of stairs. And without those initial picks, quite possibly this round could have gone very differently.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think the Zofia entry was kind of like critical to that round. There wasn't really much work being done by Spies there to be able to get quickly everything open. They established map control very early. I thought it was really good use with the Jackal just to see if there are any footprints around. It's 90 seconds for those footprints. If you know there's nothing there, then you're good, right? Like, some would argue it's a little bit overpowered, but it's definitely a good way to clear out the map. They're not opting to bring the Jackal this time. They have brought the Sledge instead. I'm going to guess the Sledge is to try and open up the kitchen a little bit more because they were struggling to get off this impact tricks. I think 2 impacts went down successfully on the Thermite charge and the Habana charge. So, definitely kind of an issue there. I think there was decent area denial here of the hatches, and there wasn't really much stuff getting opened up. Like, Titanium were doing a really good job at denying all of that. It's interesting that Lullaby brought a Nitro instead of Impacts, and she's doing so again as well, because I feel like if you're going to open this up on the top of the church to try an Impact trick, then you should bring Impacts, but it kind of feels like they're trying to get a setup for a Nitro instead.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? If they read that correctly, the fact that they had Pascal at the bottom of main stairs, and that was really detrimental, picking off a lot of their plays down the end of the hallway, then maybe she's thinking, okay, I can lob a C4 perfectly over that onto main stairs and possibly get multiple picks from that. So maybe that's how she's going and thinking about it. But oh, an early pick from Alice. She's just going to hop her way in. She's going to absolutely destroy the Jaeger down the bottom of blue. And that's a real feisty way to start off the round. And you know what? I actually think the Jaeger was really focused on Jane or Nova here on the hatch, mavericking it open, and took her by surprise.
Yeah, good coordination there from Spies to keep themselves covered, and they will be given an entry kill for it. Muyuk's going to be trying to hop up from Garage instead, and Blue Hatch is going to get opened up. Pascal going to go downstairs to a common position on the bottom of the main stairs, and we'll see how exactly is going on. Good progress already being made here by Spies to get everything open, and I gotta say, I'm not really, like, going towards Titanium's strategy here. They don't seem to be, like, playing that aggressively here. I think playing aggressively could be good if you notice they're not bringing a Jackal anymore.
Yeah,
I'm not
absolutely.
Sure. What do you think?
Yeah, look, I think the roam game could be really helpful if they see that, you know, the side of Spies is you know, having a really fast entry, and that is something that they need to stall out. Then maybe that's something they could do, but they could also peek less. If they're going to do a hard turtle hold like this, they want to make sure that they're not, you know, allowing those ACOGs to pick them off before they've done their damage. And you see Miox here is already in blue, and there's over a minute left in the round. So now what, you know, we need TCE to start doing is taking those picks, and Jennifer here is going to get that perfect angle. They're almost looking at each other. Bog's going to take an Alice with a beautiful headshot. That's some SMG control if I've ever seen one. And now you'll see the drones coming out. Nova's going to take one. Tribatton's going to try and open Church, and the trade will come out onto Nova by Lullaby. And that's some aggressive plays there that are going to mean that they're going to have to storm site. And all the Spies players are now rotating around to try and get this pinch onto both sides.
And flashbangs are going to go out into sight. Pascal, however, is going to find an entry, and a great entry from Tribaton. Is going to find Pixel in a 1v3. Now a 1v2. She shrinks off one. The diffuser is going down in Armory. Pascal just playing patiently, taking out the Maestro Cam. 20 seconds left to go on the clock. Pixel's going to have to play aggressively. Pushes into Moto. Diffuser goes down. Pascal retreats all the way onto main stairs. A very good decision from her, as Pixel is going to know that she's there, however. Pixel slowly pushing up to the main stairs. Pascal's not looking! And she's going to go down for it. This is not looking good at all. So now a 1v1, Miyuk still holding it down, still has one flashbang in the back of her pocket, but the diffuser slowly doing its work. Pixel trying to make her way through, does have a Maestro cam still up to see the positions, should be able to call it out. Diffuser slowly doing its work, still again, oh, so many shots going down, Miyuk's very low, and she's gonna go down for it! Oh my god, what a clutch from Pixel, 1v3 to win the round for Titanium Cloud.
Oh my god, James, I am absolutely feeling it for these women at the moment. This has been close rounds. If we could have asked for a better matchup for game number 1, season number 1, playdate number 1 of CCS R6W, this is it, ladies and gentlemen, because what you are seeing right now is two teams battle it out teeth to teeth. And that clutch there from Pixel, I bet you they're all absolutely wrapped right now by that clutch up there. So, my goodness. And her ability to turn the Maestro cam to the right for her team to give her comms, that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Yeah, the Maestro cam turning was definitely a heads-up play by Pixel. Feels like Spies could have done a little bit better on their own intel game there. That the fact that Pascal didn't know or expected the church rotate rather than the moto rotate. Definitely some lack of intel coming out from Spies there. They will go down for it, 1v3, thrown away. But that will be a successful church defense, and we are going to be going to a different site. Titanium Cloud opting to go upstairs instead to the cash room, CCTV room. I think this is kind of the optimal site, right? Like, Church is pretty defender-sided, but I think this is very, very 50-50, and I think this is really where you make it or break it as a team.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can hold CCTV well, you know you've got a good strategy set down as a team. Because Clubhouse can be very technical, and it can really force the attackers, especially if they lose a really key operator, to force themselves into kill holes. And that's a really dangerous thing. Probably optimally, you want one of these two walls open. Either you want cash wall open, or more optimally, you want CCTV wall open. And that's probably going to be the main objective, is to get one of those walls open and start opening up lines of sight, and possibly garage control if you are looking for that CCTV take. And only left side of the garage is going to be reinforced, but that's okay. Habana's making quick work of that peak from the top left side of that garage wall, and that's going to be perfect.
It is interesting knowing that Capitao is up, that the Arcade isn't tricking that wall, because normally that is where you want to sit and you want to make sure that wall is closed. The main reason for that, as you said, like, you can get open CC, like Capitao can shoot a bolt up there onto the CC wall and they can really just do some work on that wall. But the fact that Thatcher is banned probably means that isn't really going to be that big of an issue. Like, you're really going to be relying on your Maverick. But we'll see how this is going to go down for it. I think the main reason to really keep that closed is to make sure that Lullaby doesn't get caught on the cross, like, as she tries to come in through the door. Absolutely,
and look at this. I love this. This is a really good way to take a lot of defenders off guard, and unfortunately the timing just was off for Alice there, and Novo's going to open this up, and no, Lullaby, it's one of the most aggressive players for the side of Titanium, and is absolutely going to pay dividends, and that's going to be Nova off the board. Mind you, they were able to open up the bottom of it, but that does not assist with getting rid of the Electroclaw. That Electroclaw is still very much electrifying that wall, so they need to make sure that they get rid of that, and that's going to delay a heck of a lot of time if they're going to get rid of that one.
Upside down repel coming out from Pascal to try and throw out Lullaby up here, but this is a really powerful angle, especially with the new shield being brought by Smoke up there. This is a really powerful angle. Lullaby also has a Maestro cam up here, which she can use to her advantage to peek it out. She's going to go for the pre-fire, but gets taken down. Mux is not going to fall for it again. That's a 4v4. Now, Maestro off the board does mean Garage Rafters control going into the favor of Spies. Looking much, much better for them. Jackal Tracking is going to come down as well. That Jaeger's going to have to fall off, but is going to get tracked all the time. 1 minute left remaining on the clock. This is looking really good for Spies right now, but oh, all of a sudden, not so much. Pixel's going to take out Troy Batten. And that is going to be the Thermite going down, but Pascal going to be still making that entry, still aware of that Jaeger making the rotate, and that's going to be a double kill for Pascal in the round.
My goodness, so much, a flurry of kills back and forth, and a great entry there to take garage control, and it does look like Pixel is going to come back onto site, going to clap back, and it's now going to be a 2v2. They do have the correct operators down pat, ready to go for a plant like this with 30 seconds left on the clock, and both Jennifer and Pixel, they're both holding cross angles. This could be perfect if Jackal jumps in. Pixel's going to be able to take them out, and then all we need is the smokes left, and that's going to be a beautiful one, but she misses the shots. It doesn't connect. That's 1 HP, but the smoke's going to collect Jennifer instead. Pascal left in a 1v2, and of course, Pascal is going to have to zoom on in with 8 seconds left. Doesn't look towards Cash Stairs, gets taken out, and that's all that she wrote. And my goodness, another round for Titanium, and that was a wild flurry. I mean, Spies, when they got that Maestro out of Rafters, I almost thought it was over.
Yeah, no, I did as well. Like, I think once you get garage control, once you have the wall open, you can kind of just very easily push into CC and hold it down. Good holding from Titanium as well to get the pick onto the Thermite was very big as well. The Jaeger rotating while getting tracked, I didn't think was kind of like the smartest play, but it does delay time, and it does make sure the Capital has to stay back in garage to cover the flank. And if you're like all flanking the same person, they're going to be wasting time just trying to pick up kills.
Yeah.
I think it was a decent idea as well, like throwing in the smoke grenade as well and then jumping in almost worked, but really good plays coming out from the defense there, just holding back with the smokes, holding back with the denial, making sure that they know where that smoke goes. That also shows good practice that you know where that smoke goes onto the default plant. So yeah, like overall, like there was some like good coordination there at the end. I think maybe the Capital bolts could have been a saving grace there, because I think there was still Capital smokes up. I think the really like sight lines going back, because no one was actually holding in CC. Everyone was holding from Cash or from Cash Shares. So like Capital bolts coming down, like smokes, like kind of like sight denial could be a lot better there. But overall, like I thought pretty good coordination.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. And you know, the use of utility, especially by, I think it was Mux who was on the Habana, who just stormed in to the bottom of garage rafters, and of course, even being spotted by that Maestro cam, that Evil Eye, and then being zapped, and then being shot by the Maestro, did not deter her whatsoever. She was definitely there to get rid of that Maestro in the rafters and took control. And you know, such a shame that they weren't able to get that round, because it was really well done. They didn't waste any time trying to get that garage control, which really assisted them. Obviously, Lullaby taking out the Maverick outside was a bit of a detriment to getting them that wall open, but they, you know, they took it in their stride. And now coming into this round, we'll see pretty much a similar lineup. Of course, we've got the Twitch here and the Zofia. I think the Twitch is going to be far more effective, but they are running a mute. It's not like they're running unfortunately, they're not running a Kaid, or they're not running a Bandit or anything. So the Twitch is actually probably going to be stinted by the fact that that mute jam is in a really good position next to that drone hole. So they're going to have to work a way around that one if they're going to try and get that open. And not a surprise, we're seeing a cash hold as well, and a really well set up one.
Yeah, I think like this is kind of what you have to do. You have to hold onto cash, and then you can have that crossfire down onto the gym window, which I assume is being opened up. But Miox is going to be trying to get it up here, and Naze should be able to go through, but the ADS is going to catch it. That could have been very devastating if there wasn't an ADS there, so I'm glad that there is. That is all set up quite nicely, just about halfway into the round now, and we'll see how exactly this attack is playing out. This statue ban hasn't actually slowed down the attack that much as I thought it would have been.
Yeah, exactly. I think the women are taking a lot in their stride. Maybe they've, you know, scrimmed a lot with Thatcher bans, or maybe that's their default way of going about it. But Monoka is going to take our try, and now it's Lullaby, one of the most aggressive players we spoke about before on the side of Titanium Cloud. And Milk's just quick peeking over and over and over again, trying to get those picks, and they're not able to get this wall open over on Jacuzzi, and this is really stalling them out now. They need to push in. They need to make sure that Milks is going to have another player there with them, because otherwise Manuka is going to be able to take a pick, and so will the Ella. So they need to have another person here, and Alice has successfully rotated over, and they will look to pinch this cash side again. And if they don't take these picks, it could be all over for the attacking side of Spies.
This cash rotate being open is going to be abused by Alice. She's going to get that entry onto Lullaby. Another push comes in. Manoka still trying to hold down well, but it's going to be a flurry of kills coming into the favor overall, I think, of Spies. They're getting control of construction now. All three of them are in construction getting control, but Diffuser's outside of gym window. This isn't great. And they're going to know where they are all coming from. Titanium Cloud could just move their defense over, but 30 seconds left to go on the clock. Alice is going to recover the Diffuser. She's going to know, hopefully, where people are. That is castled as well on the door. This could be a coordinated push. She's going to get ripped down. Oh my god, that is a very aggressive play. Alice just not looking at the right second, but this is all set up now for Titanium Cloud to just hold on. Yux is going to rotate through into logistics, but it's going to be Dzif Jennifer is going to get the kill there. Miox is going to move all the way in with the SMG-11, goes to the sprays. Pixel is down, but not out just yet. The pistol clutch comes out. Miox goes down, the diffuser gets recovered, but Pascal doesn't have enough time. Oh no, what a throw!
Oh no, James. Oh No.
I think that is the one time I've ever seen the Doc self-revival win you around.
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, the utility is so key in a game like Rainbow Six. And when you have something like that, that you're not expecting to be such a detriment to your push, be a detriment, that's how complex a game like Rainbow Six is. And I'm glad to be seeing it here. But oh my God, look at that scoreboard. We've got 9 kills on the side of Pascal. Mind you, they've only got 1 round. And there's of the side of Titanium, they're really got a good spread of kills. And that would show possibly why they're doing a little bit better than the side of Spies. So it does look like Titanium, as expected, are doing very well. But Spies have been really throwing some what's the saying, James? Some wrenches in the works. Oh my goodness, you would think.
Yeah,
Is that it?
definitely. Yeah.
Wrenches in the works. Okay. You know what? You think my native
Really throw a
language is
wrench in the
English.
works, yeah.
Wrench in the works? I got this.
Yeah.
Easy. But we'll go into another round now, and it does look like they will go downstairs and hope to hold this one successfully again.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think Titanium Cloud are like a really good idea. I didn't really know what to expect going into this league. I'm not really that familiar with all these teams. I think a lot of these teams did form for the league as well. I'm aware of a few players, for like Nova. I think really a lot of people in the community are aware who Nova is as well. So like, I'm familiar with a lot of players, but like I didn't really know what to expect from the teams. But like they seem to have a good idea of what's going on. Like the setups are good. I'm confident, like, the ability to coordinate has been good as well. Like, when you have control of construction, it is very easy just to send 3 people through construction door and trying to frag out. But they coordinate that quite well. Like, they sent someone logistics as well. They sent someone to the gym window. They're all trying to just cover their own angles there. We're seeing, like, people rotate and help each other out as well. Like, a few things that a lot of experienced teams make mistakes on as well.
Yeah, that rotate from Twitch, which was Alice over to assist with the cash push. That was a really key and highly competitive move by their team to do that. And that was really successful of them. And they were able to then come in and take cash control very quickly. So those kind of rotates, that kind of high level competitive thinking is really good. It does look like that C4 might... This C4 might take a rendition.
Oh!
Oh! That's 2, and this is what we were talking about, James. I said that C4 was ready and prepped by Lullaby, and she made damn good use of it.
Yeah, that is definitely great prep work done by Titanium to know exactly where that C4 is going to land and how to set it up. And also just good coordination in knowing that that is where they're going to come. That's exactly where Pascal pushed last time as well. And Madoka is going to be holding down blue with a nice pre-fire into Tri-Baton. And this is all looking bad for Spies. They're in a 2v5 already, and they hardly have any utility on the board.
Oh, I am just still in a flurry of screams in my soul for Lullaby there. That's why she did not bring the impacts, James. She knew what she wanted to do with that C4, and it was exactly what she wanted. But Nova's going to take up Pixel, and that's going to be traded straight back. Lullaby now giving herself a heck of a lot of kills on the board, and unfortunate for Jane, or as you all know her, Novo, she's just going to try and work out how she's going to clutch this 1v4. She's a right operator for it. She's got the hard breaching ability, but it's going to be a hard task.
Yeah, Novo is going to be trying to clutch this out in a 1v4. It's going to be an uphill battle, but she's got plenty of time to work with as well. There's still a couple of flashbangs in her back pocket. Madoka still going to be holding down behind Generator here. Does see the head and gets it! That's a double kill for Novo, trying to get 3 more on the board for the clutch ace. And see what she can do here with the pre-fires coming down. She's going to get shot at. Very low HP now. She should be aware of where this angle was just behind the table. But it's going to be a quick rotate out by Bug. Let's see what she can do here. Slowly crawling through. The barbed wire is going to delay her a little bit and going to give away a position, but she has a little bit of cover now, and she can go for the prone angle herself. 18 seconds on the board, but oh, nice shot by Lullaby. It's going to put her to sleep. Titanium Claw take round number 5, and these things are looking really good for them right now.
I mean, yes, defensive half, giving the benefit of the doubt to Spies, who have looked rather coordinated, mind you. They're just not able to solidify those rounds, get those rounds on the board, and as a result, Titanium, they're really looking collected, calm, and making sure that they're putting these, these really impactful kills. I wouldn't say that they're fragging out, but the kills that they are getting are super impactful. So Lullaby having the game of her life, and I mean, wow, there's a couple of players on Titanium now who are really, really popping off and using their utility to full effectiveness. So now that we will have the teams switch around, oh no. My goodness, I'm 1 round too early, James.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what?
You're in the past in like year
I am.
3.
You know what? I did have a look, and I did get the teams mixed up, but as we start to learn these beautiful women's names, we will know exactly what's going on. And it does look like CCTV will be the last remaining site that we will see them go to, and whether or not they're able to hold that successfully, we will see. Hopefully, we do not see the flurry that we saw last time of the multiple smokes coming out, the Capitao and the Jackal, and yeah, I'm excited to see how they hold this and whether or not Novo's going to be able to stay alive. I believe they had her on the Maverick, but this time they're not running it.
It's interesting that they wouldn't run a Maverick here. I don't think it's that essential because I think what Cade has been doing, or at least I hope what they're doing, yeah, they're making like a little hole in the floor and they just throw the Cade down into it so that they can't just Maverick the bottom line and get it, which, you know, that's exactly what you should be doing here. That's exactly what you would expect.
I mean, yeah, not to bring a Maverick, I feel is pretty detrimental. And that's just because that's how we would default understand to take a site like this and to get control of a wall like that. So the fact that they don't have it, but instead what they're going to be running is something like a Jackal, the Ash and everything, fragging operators. And that makes me think that they want to brute force their way in.
I think the Ash is good here because there was a lot of downstairs control that was given up by Titanium last time, that they're not playing downstairs with C4s or anything like that. So the Ash could easily just go below into lounge and just Ash the floor, and assuming that she knows where it is, and she'll be able to just get that Cade off quite easily. I'm assuming that's the plan, although Ash is actually rotate all the way through, so maybe not. This could be a construction push, actually.
Maybe, yeah, absolutely. Now I'm thinking that because they've all rotated over to that side of the map, they've decided they're going to do a construction push. And what good counter strategy. They knew that the first time when they pushed Garage and CCTV wall, that maybe possibly the opponents would set up for the fact that that's what they were going to do. So they wanted to rotate it this time so that they weren't as predictable. But look at this, Minoka is, I think, in a beautiful position. And I don't believe she's been droned out either.
Yeah, there's not really a lot of flank watching going on either from the side of Spies. Hopefully that's going to be fixed in a second. But yeah, Minoka still playing the long... She is getting Jackal tracked, however, so they're going to be aware of that. Alice is going to move down onto the main stairs to see what she can do there. And the castles are getting ripped down. I like the double teaming on the castle. I think, honestly, like, it's such a good way of dealing with the castle, because if you just double team it, it can go down in, I think, maybe like 7 seconds. It's much easier to do it that way. But it's going to be the Ash. You just get that opening frag. Definitely doing a job there. Try batting, going to take out Pixel. And there's a castle off the board. Not a huge utility pick, but a pick nonetheless.
That Maestro Cam's doing serious damage in Garage there. And Minoka, even though they were Jackal tracked, they're still allowed to harass the stairs like this. And in fact, I don't think the ADS is going to be on the right spot, but it is. And I take it back. Alice is going to take out Minoka there. And that's what happens when you try and roam even after you're spotted and you try and flank. That's not what's going on. But Miux is going to peek in and seriously detriment the Kaid. The Kaid finally gets taken out by Pascal, and it's a 2v5. This was the attack we were looking for, James.
Yeah, there's so much utility still up for these hackers as well. Maestro still holding onto the garage, however. Lullaby is going to try and rotate all the way around. Oh my god, how does she get away with it? And she gets all the way into the site as well. Tries to get a second kill, but Dry Band's going to take her out. It's all down to the smoke, but no. Try better with a 3k on the round. Spy is going to take round number 6. Much better attack coming out from them. Great counter strategy coming out from them as well. And that is going to leave them in a 4-2. And I think that's kind of what you would expect in like clubhouse attack. You go away with 4-2 and you're like, okay, that's not terrible, but it's not great either, but you kind of just contend with it.
Look, the way that they stormed in and the way that they counter-stratted that round makes me have a lot of faith for the side of Spies, because even though they are down on round counts, they're now going on to the defensive half. And if they play anywhere near as good as we've seen them in that last round there on defense, then they might very much clean sweep, reverse sweep this coming into this second half. So if I was Titanium, I'd be afraid right now, because the way that they played that then was absolutely superb. Whew. Oh god, I need a breather after that one, James.
That was good. The 2 electric claws that went down as well. So there was one electric claw that went down on the wall that we saw that she kind of hid in the floor, which, you know, as we said, is kind of exactly what you should be doing there. And then the other electric claw went down on the top of cash stairs to get the barbed wire. So that meant there was absolutely no denial going on the construction wall. So yeah, definitely a good call on the push there. We'll see how this is going to go down, however, as Spies move to the defense. Interesting, we see the Vigil on the board here.
You know what? It makes me think Jane just wants to roam. She wants to get map control. She wants to hold it, and you can see her already going upstairs to be able to do that. She's going to hunt some drones. The one thing I like about the Vigil utility is that if you activate it, deactivate it, deactivate it in certain rooms, you can tell if there's a drone in there. So it'll give her a good indication as to whether or not there is drones around her, where she can roam, where they might be pre-placing drones if they are. And of course, that'll give her a really good roam capability. I'm not sure if she'll be taking the Jaeger or the Legion with her. I can't quite see where she is positioned on the map at the moment, or whether or not she'll be doing a solo roam to just delay time.
Well, we are going to see the solo room, the
No!
strip club already coming out. Nova's going to take down Pixel instantly, the IQ off the board. I think Pixel might have seen her on her scanner and just decided, you know, I'm just going to kill this Vigil. It's all good. And then Nova just destroyed her.
You know what it was, and quite frankly, even if you have a pre-placed drone around through strip, you can just hide in there in multiplicity of places and take someone off guard. So if Pixel's used to pushing through strip to get control and pitching through with her other roam clearers of stock,
yeah,
then she's going to feel confident that no one was there. And you can see Lullaby desperately trying to find Novo, and that beautiful usage of utility from Novo there. This is a really skilled roamer.
IQ going down really early could be a pretty big detriment. Book looking to try and trade this out, but Nova could just waste time here. Like, she doesn't even have to push. She can just sit in strip club. She makes sure that if anyone pushes her, she can kill them or at least waste time. We're already halfway into the round, and we still see so many people from Titanium Cloud trying to clear her out right now. Jennifer going to be trying to clear it out with the strip club, trying to drone it out and see what's going on here. Novo still hiding nicely in the entrance over here, because Jennifer's just slowly droning it all out. They seem content. Oh, that is bad drone work. Oh, James, that is not good at all.
James, okay, mind you, James, how many people sit in that tiny corner of strip, not making a noise, not
you've just got to be, like, but think about it this way. Like, if someone just died in strip, and there's, like, only one way to rotate out of there, so you should really be aware of that kind of thing, but that's not good. Jennifer going to be thermite in the floor here to try and get the hatch. Oh, but that's going to be a nitro from Pascal. Oh, no, that is a disaster right now, and Titanium Cloud are not looking good on this attack.
My goodness, we spoke about them possibly coming in with the flurry, and Bog knows 100% that the Vigil is there. They're going to light each other up considerably, and all Novo has to do now is waste time. She knows 100% she has done more than enough for her team in this round. She's taken a kill. She's been able to stall them out completely. Lullaby knows she's being stalled out, and she needs to give up on trying to focus on that Vigil. Of course, Tribatton's going to make sure that they come up and assist their team. That's another kill, and it's just Lullaby left. And if there's anyone to clutch it, it's probably her. She's going to be able to down one, almost two players, but my goodness.
Was a headshot? This must have been a great kill. She dropped down the moto hatch and instantly got a headshot onto main stairs.
Oh!
Ooh.
Oh! Good night.
Tribatton's a gunner.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. This is the spies that I think a lot of people were expecting. And there they are. They've warmed up for the first few rounds. Had a little bit of an issue trying to, you know, force and brute force their way through Titanium's defensive setup. And now that the sides have switched, we've got players absolutely gunning. And I think a lot of that round was absolutely on the hands of Novo, who was able to delay and take the pick and then evade so many drones. And mind you, Titanium were doing their due diligence. They did have multiple drones try and chase up to get the refrag, but they just simply couldn't find her, and they were wasting so much time on it. And Bog was there in bathroom waiting for the rotate out, so they were aware that she had to be there somewhere, but they just couldn't get rid of her, and as a result, everyone got picked off.
Yeah, really, really good, like, roam work by Nova there. Like, wasted plenty of time, wasted drones, got kills, and you're still in that position. You're still in a powerful position. Like, something that I think a lot of competitive players kind of underestimate is just the threat of being there is a lot bigger than the threat of trying to get kills, right? Like, just knowing that a Vigil is in strip, ready to try and flank you, is a very dangerous prospect. It's something to be very, very scared of. Cade is going to be going down onto the top of the wall here. I think she's doing it like this because there is no Maverick on the board.
Yeah, I mean, you should expect it, though. You should always expect the 6 pick onto the Maverick. Yeah. I mean, I definitely feel like if I'm ever playing Clubhouse, I'm going to expect a Maverick. No matter what. No matter what I've seen on the 6 pick phase, whatever, I'm always going to expect that. Lullaby on the Blackbeard actually puts fear into me, and I'm not even playing, James. I'm absolutely fearful for the defensive side to have a gunner like Lullaby running a face shield Blackbeard. So
Well, people will know in the CCS staff game, I played quite a lot of Blackbeard on Clubhouse. So, yeah, I'm familiar. I'm familiar with how dangerous it can be.
Bog was able to just circumvent Pascal then, and she didn't even try and engage it. She actually went, you know what? I know you're looking down there, and I'm just going to go around, and you're not even going to know I'm inside. And now Pascal's not going to know until they're hearing their skeleton key right now. And as a result, now they're trying to look for the picks, and Bog needs to be extremely careful that Pascal doesn't have that vertical angle onto her. Otherwise, she's going to get picked off before she can make the damage she needs to.
Yeah. The IQ is downstairs here now, so this is a really good position for the IQ to be in. It's kind of what I was expecting last time from Titanium. They put the IQ downstairs, and she was just going to get all the utility she can, but desperately trying to get this angle onto the guy's rafters. Try battling on the duck, trying to hold this down and try and get a pick through here. Could be good for her, and she is going to get the down onto Pixel. Not going to be able to confirm the kill, unfortunately, because it's going to crawl away. Lullaby getting an entry kill, but Alice going to trade it right on back, and that is the book off the board. If this IQ dies as well, that whole downstairs area is completely destroyed, and not only that, I don't really think you're going to be able to force this Cade off the wall.
They really need to pick Pixel back up, and they need to be able to cover her from garage angles and from the cash there angle. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to get that Kaid off, like you said, and they need to hurry it up. There's only 1 minute left on the clock now, and they need to make sure they're doing their due diligence. This quick peek is not going to work for Pixel this time. Alice is going to punish her. QE, good night. And it looks like Tribatton's going to have all the garage control she needs, and going to look like Minoka's just going to try and force their way in, and that brute force seems to work a treat, and barbed wire doesn't matter for her, and now Jennifer's going to rotate on over. Lullaby already taking one pick, is going to force their way into cash, looking the wrong way, has no idea Pascal's right there. They are looking at each other, James.
Pascal playing very, very patiently indeed. Lullaby has managed to find a corner for herself, however. She'll be able to know that someone is in there, but Pascal just going to outsmart her and take her down. That's now a 2v3. Things not looking too good for Titanium here, as they don't have too much control. Construction wall getting open very, very late here. M249 just spraying it down. Minoka trying to force her way in. Construction wall is going to go open up, but Pascal taking a very smart angle here. Nitro's going to go out, but it's going to miss. Pascal going to the entry frag there. Jennifer going to go down. Minoka trying to get all the way through. Is just going to try and go for the plant, but this doesn't seem like it should be successful, as Pascal's going to move all the way through. She knows where she is, and that's a knife. That's the first knife we've seen.
That's the first knife, and an easy knife. That's going to be an easy one, because the diffuser is going to take a full 7 seconds. She can hear it going down. She even pre-knifed. I like that. You know, we hear about pre-fires, but you don't hear about the pre-knife, and that one's a good one right there. So it's going to even the score. This is the game I wanted to be our debut here for CCS R6W. If you guys aren't familiar with the league, this is run by CCS, the Cyber Athlete. Thank you, Championship Series, the Cyber Athlete Championship Series, Rainbow Six Women's. It's a mouthful. You have to excuse me. I got multiple languages going on in my head recently, so that one will come through eventually. But this is the kind of game, this is the kind of caliber of competitive play I did expect from the women, and they're really giving us a show here, and I'm just so excited to be part of this, James.
Yeah, well, we'll see how things are going to get through. I'm definitely excited to see how the rest of this match just play out. And we'll see exactly how that's going to work through. So, I never know if this really works anymore or not. Like, opening the wall up a little bit so it's easier to hear. It seems like one of those things, like, as long as you believe it's true, it works. Look, I know it used to work for sure, but it's like...
Absolutely. As a very serious bandit tricker myself,
right.
I have always done it out of the fact that when I don't do it, I feel, and whether or not it might be sort of just my psychological trickery going on, or whether it's actuality, I definitely think that
in some ways, it's definitely a consistency thing, right? Like, it's in your head, right? But as long as you do it, as long as it's fine, right?
Yeah, so I don't know whether sound propagation does apply more horizontally than vertically like it used to be. They said they fixed it, but I definitely notice a change when I do put a hole in the wall or a shotgun in the wall. I do feel like I notice it, especially with thermite charges. I notice them far more consistently. So it does look like for this push, and they're going... oh, they went gym bedroom. They're going to be holding this with Novo in the bathroom with an ADS, and they need to be able to get rid of this, work out where that electric core is, get rid of it. You can see Minoka droning in, trying to get cash control as well. That's something she shouldn't have picked. She might have been able to get inside and be able to get a drone hole kill there, but instead, the flames are coming out. I'm not sure why those flames came out that way. There's no bandit trigger. There's no one near that wall, so...
I think it was maybe to deny the Cade from coming out into the hole there and throwing the Cade in. But there's a few charges are going to go down to stop anything from happening here. But the electrical is going to come down yet again. So that's not going to be too good. I wonder if they know where this electrical actually is. But that is the second one. We'll see if that is deployed successfully. Alice still below on the roam. Still, Titanium Cloud really having an issue trying to clear this all up. But Madoka, meanwhile, is going to try and make some entry work happen here. Tribaton is going to be dueling it out. Very, very low HP. He's not going to dog, but oh my god, what a shot! Great shot coming out from Tribaton, and Madoka just goes straight off the board. That's nades down as well, and Titanium Cloud are stalling out right now.
Oh, that shot, mind you, the doc was only on 25 HP, so without even healing themselves, they decided they would try and take that on board, and a beautiful drone hold down from Pixel there. She's not going to be able to confirm it, but it will get confirmed by one of her teammates, and these are a flurry of kills back and forth. Alice taking a peek from CCTV, but no one's there for her to be able to collect, and Mayux is able to evade those incendiary flames, and it looks like they will be able to finally get this wall open. They're not able to get the left-hand side, but they will open the right, and that's all they'll need with only 50 seconds left on the clock to try and make their push in to Jim.
That was definitely a great journey to finally get Jacuzzi wall open, but Jennifer's going to be holding the diffuser just outside of there. They're going to rotate through. It looks like a Jim push is going to come down sooner rather than later. Lullaby looking to drop down logistics, but Pascal playing very patiently here is going to be rewarded with yet another kill on her belt. And Lullaby going to go down for it. It's now going to be a 4v2 situation. Pixel just trying to get down this castle barricade, but it's not going well. Alice going to peek her from CC. And yeah, Jennifer's just going to run in and is going to go down. Spies looking really confident here on Clubhouse. Gym bedroom is going to go in their favor.
That was a beautiful hold from Spies there. Obviously, there was that initial a couple of picks, you know, but Pascal was extremely patient there in logistics. It was a beautiful patience play there because that room really had to be held. Otherwise, there would have been issues, especially being able to hold bedroom the way that they did. So great hold there from the side of Spies. And now they come out with their first leading round of the day. And I'm seeing a lot of promises here for the side of Spies. I mean, I think Titanium, you know, getting their initial rounds were confident, but now if I was them, I'd be worried.
We're going to be moving into a Church Arsenal room defense here, and we'll see exactly how that is going to go down. We're not seeing the Vigil on the board this time.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think Novo's going to repeat that one. I think it's a little bit predictable. I think that's something that everyone's sort of expecting her to do. So instead, she's going to be on the mute. I assume she'll be running the shotgun on that one. I'm not entirely sure what she is running on it. But
I'm kind of wondering if they're going to do like a mute multi combo here. She is running the MP5, so
okay.
Potentially a good roam game could come out of there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, mute's very versatile like that. If you want to run on site as an anchor with the shotgun and the SMG-11, super viable, create rotates, etc. But if you've got something like the Kaid or whatever who can do it for you, you've got other operators there, you got the super shorty on the Mozzie who can also make rotates, etc. So it's not that necessary. And you can also use mute as a sort of flex, a roamer or whatnot. So it'd be interesting to see if that's how they do plan on running it. But we do finally have a Maverick on the side of Titanium, and they're going to be running it this round. And yeah, the Zofia and Jackal mix is going to make for a really quick roam clear, I think.
Hopefully. I think like a mute multi combo, if you like trying to be really aggressive on a roam, can be good. It doesn't look like they're doing that right now, but I think like Titanium Cloud definitely, and also Spies as well. Like when they were attacking down here, there was a big issue with the kind of like the drone game and trying to be aggressive there. Intel is always an uphill battle in Siege, especially for the attackers to try and make it so at the end of the round you have more intel than the defenders. But you know, if you can just deny that, like I think mute multi's kind of become meta at the moment on quite a lot of maps. This is really aggressive by Nova.
I feel for Bog right now because I think what she's trying to do is bait out whether or not anyone is playing in dirt that far up. So she's not actually peeking it. She just keeps creating the holes. And there you go. She is going to try and engage it, and she's going to miss all of her shots. Bog does manage to see Nova run away, but isn't able to connect the shots, and that's timing there if I've ever seen it. But it does mean that both of them will get away safely. Bog will now have the opportunity to get a little small hole open in Dirt Tunnel and allow her to crawl in should she want to. And Moto Hatch is also going to get opened up, and It's surprising to me they decided to Kaid the stock hatch instead of maybe another hatch in conjunction. Maybe they're impact tricking. But Novo finally gets the kill on a bog. She comes back and she gets what she's meant to get rewarded with. And now we'll see a 4v5 or a 3v5 now that Maverick's been taken off the board and the Zofia.
Some good frags coming out from my spies right now. As another one goes down. Miox is going to take Jennifer off the board. That is Diffuser and Thermite both off the board right now. And things for Titanium Cloud are looking really squiffy. As Lullaby trying to push down onto the bottom of the main stairs, but it looks like Habana's going to try and recover the Diffuser right now. Monoka sees the Diffuser. It's like, okay, where are they going to peek from? Oh my god! Great pre-fire is going to come down, and that is going to be... That's Miox off the board. A great shot by Lullaby as well. It is going to bring it in more into the favor of Titanium as they try and push in. Motor control is in their favor as well. As Lullaby tries to push all the way and still has both of her smokes up as well. There's definitely a clutchable situation. The pre-fires come down into blue. It's going to be Tri-Baton going to be holding down the prone angle. Is going to get pre-fired. Lullaby with the double kill. This is definitely clutchable now. It's going to be Habana open. Alice still trying to do what she can. Is mute jammed, I believe, so this might not be too possible. Great angle being held by Alice here as well to see when someone does push in through Motodor. ADS is going to catch the smoke grenade as well. Things not looking good. 15 seconds left to go on the clock. Titanium trying to push in. Nova finds one. It's all down to Monoka to try and bring this in. Legion Miner is going to get found by her. She's going to try and push it through to Moto. The default count was still up. They're going to know where she is. Moto trying to be pushed through. Monoka still trying to find those kills, but through the cabinet angle, Alice is going to take it down.
Oh my goodness, that long shot with the MP5 by the mute there onto the entry of Motodor, and then a beautiful tight peek there from Alice on the Mozzie. That shows that these girls know exactly how they want to hold this bottom floor, and they did it with style. So you see the big oof there in chat. A nice little nice little nod to Alice with that beautiful angle. And I think a lot of these women are going to walk away going, hey, I like that angle. I'm going to use that one and put it in my pocket for later. So a good nod there, but it does put Spies on match point. And if Titanium want to stay in this, they need to be making sure their attacks are far more successful. Otherwise, they will get knocked out in their first play day and shift some points over to the side of Spies. But looks like we will go to CCTV. And if Spies can hold this one, it's all over Red Rover.
It's all over Red Rover. You're getting better
do you like
with
that
the...
one?
Yeah, no, that was good. That was good.
That was good? Yeah. Thank you. You know what? If we are going to be here every week for this beautiful league, then we are going to have to create some of these gnarly and rad sayings, James.
Gnarly and rad. We're really playing out all the threes today.
We really are. Look, if you're going to bring an Australian in...
Yeah, that's true. I don't think I've ever called anything gnarly during a cast. Yeah, that's the first one for me. We'll try and get into that.
Yeah, do try and get on my level, James, because that would really spruce it up, yeah? Okay, excellent. No, but it does look like we will have the setup coming out by Spies. The Mozzie play I really enjoy, actually, because it can be such a versatile operator, a bit of a fragging operator, a real intel operator, and a drone denial operator all at once. So I think it's kind of like the big tier of high-level, complex operators in the game at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. But we are going to be going to CC and see exactly how that is going to be going down. Tri-Bat's going to be holding very aggressively onto the Garage Raptors there with no shield to protect her. But we are seeing a shield protecting Lullaby's face.
Oh, God, again. Again, James, we're going to see this black.
With the SR25 as well. Like, that's not that common these days. I remember back when the DMR was definitely used to be better, but MK17 did get buffed slightly. I think it's kind of just down to personal preference. Like, some people do run the DMR and Maverick as well. And don't forget the 417 Twitch is getting buffed a bit as well.
Absolutely. I think if you like to play DMRs, I myself am not a DMR player. I love the auto weapons myself. But if you're a good DMR player and you can play them well, things like Dokkaebi, etc., then you could do a really strong attacking push. But Bog's going to try and open up some of Jacuzzi here, give herself a nice little crouch hold to walk on in, and she's going to take Lullaby with her. And that's a shield and a Maverick. That's a dangerous combo, and they're going to try and pinch push this as we see the rest of her teammates trying to work on CCTV wall. You can see Pixel desperately wanting to get that Twitch drone in, but good luck. Novo's here watching the drone hole, so if any drone does attempt to get in, it's not going to make it far, especially if there's a Mozzie Spider on that drone hole. Yeah,
Mozzie's seen pretty prevalent usage here by Spies so far. And she's going to be hiding through into construction. Miox's going to try and get aggressively down in the bottom of the garage here, but still the construction pushes are going to be coming through. Yeah. Slowly getting Maverick hole open on the softball, but it's going to be Alice who finds the opening kill of the round and gets away with it. Bog is going to go down, and the pre-fires are going to start to come down, but it is just smoke and no cigar right now.
I like that one, James.
Yeah.
That smoking no cigar. Yeah, you're getting on it? Yeah, I love it. I love the train, but Lullaby's left to her own devices now. She's going to make her way over to construction and attempt to take some picks. Alice is not leaving any prisoners, but she finally gets traded back by Minoka, and it does look like these plays by the side of Spies are working. The aggressivity is really working in their pace, but Pixel wants to clap back with that 5 HP in a dream, and she's going to take out Tribatten, and now it brings it down to a 3v3, barely the side of TCE not having much health to play with here, and Muek's gonna have to try and battle herself, and it doesn't matter. That super scope is gonna take her out of commission, and this might be exactly what TCE needs as long as they collect themselves with 25 seconds left.
Yeah, Pascal's still on the board, however, is going to take Lullaby down, and now it is going to be 2v2 situation. Diffuser's still in their hands, but a very low Pixel on Twitch is going to be trying to push through the server stairs and see what they can do. Is going to jump all the way into sight, does have control. Diffuser is coming up as well as the pre-fires come down. What a shot by Pixel. Nova goes down. She's so low. It's all down to Pascal to try and bring it in. It's a 1v2, trying to rotate through, but Diffuser going down just at the last second right now. Pistol comes out, but no! Pascal's going to find the kill, and the double kill from Pascal to clutch the round, and Spies take it. Pascal dropping a huge 18 kills. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, James. That should have been the round for Titanium there when they took those initial picks and they had garage control and they moved on in. But unfortunately, with such little health, there was not much they could do. And the very first matchup for our very first play of CCS, R6W, will be our winners of Spies, who made a heroic reverse comeback. And my